Hello, my friends. This is the podcast that brings the wealth of knowledge, expertise, and fun of Twin Smoke Shop, New England's premier smoke shop, right to you, wherever you are, whenever you want it. And that's not just blowing smoke. You can find us at our website, notjustblowingsmoke.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Not Just Blowing Smoke.
Cool breeze in my head, bittersweet smoke flying through the air. It's the way I feel, smoking on a fat cigar.
All right, everybody, that was Jeff Pitchell's Fat Cigar you were listening to, and that means it's time for Not Just Blowing Smoke. Coming at you live from Twin Smoke Shop Studio Headquarters, right here in the 724 Lounge in Londonderry, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I'm Pastor Padron.
Are you?
I'm here with my co-hosts, Nick
Hey.
and Dave.
You
And we have
remembered.
two very special guests with us tonight. Tequila Talia, back again for the upteenth time.
That's right.
She
Fan
is a
favorite returning.
permanent resident here at
Yeah.
the Smoke Shop.
And Joe Gonzales, who is the
What's up?
New England area Ashton rep.
Oh, yeah.
And what are we going to be smoking tonight there, Joe?
We are going to be smoking the La Aroma de Cuba, Connecticut.
The La Aroma de Cuba, Connecticut.
Yes,
now,
we
that
are.
doesn't say Ashton. So what's
No,
what's
it does
what's the
not.
deal with that?
So it's one of our brands. This is actually Nicaraguan tobacco rather
Okay.
than the Ashton's
Yep.
Dominican for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a new one that came out this year.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, sir.
you're very welcome. Here we are.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Look at that. We're doing the Toro here.
Now, this is a size that I haven't encountered yet.
Yeah, which one is
So
It
this?
says
the
the
Monarch.
Monarch.
The Monarch. Okay.
Because we have the Robusto, the Amencia, and El Jefe.
All right, let's give this a whirl here.
I'm going to give it a whirl.
Yep.
I'm going to give it...
Take it out of there.
I'm going to give it so much of a whirl, it's going to be whirly.
Don't boil too much.
That's what she said.
Wow.
All right.
And
Very good.
away we go.
So it's Ecuadorian Connecticut, and it's
Correct.
Nicaraguan binder filler. What's the length and ring gauge on this baby?
This,
Do you
so
remember
the Monarch specifically, this is going to be, obviously it's not as big as a gauge as the El Jefe.
Right. Yeah.
So it's going to be in between that and the Avencia. Like,
Okay.
So
I
a little smaller
really-
than the Avencia.
I really like this size. I mean, this is probably a size that we could carry. Because the only three sizes that we carry, which is in the regular size and the original and this Connecticut, are the three sizes, the three popular sizes, I suppose. But this size, I mean, this is a good size.
It is.
I can really get around, you know.
I'm not too much of a fan of a big green gauge cigar.
No?
I feel like the more I learned about cigars and smoked more,
Mm-hmm.
I find the smaller gauges are better. Like Coronas are right up my alley.
Yeah, they're so delicious. I mean, Corona Gordas, Longsdale, Lanceros, all those delicious sizes.
So, obviously, tasting notes. I don't like to tell people what you're going to taste because it's all subjective.
So go ahead and tell us what we're going to do.
You're going to taste coffee, cedar, some buttercream on the end is the finish.
Oh, the
which is
buttercream, yeah.
amazing, which I think makes this cigar stand out from a lot of other Connecticut's.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get into Connecticut, it's tough because a lot of people say they all just taste the same.
Yeah.
Right.
Which you can understand that because you taste a lot of Connecticut's and they all
Correct.
taste similar. But this one stands out to me with the finish. It's
Mm.
almost got like a sweet, nutty, buttery finish. It's good. A lot of cashew in there.
Right.
You picking that up, Dave?
Haven't lit it yet.
The cashew.
Doing a cold draw here.
You're doing a cold draw still?
Cold draw.
Cold draw.
Nick, what about you? Are you picking up the same stuff?
I love the finish. I mean, the finish is just so creamy.
It's that buttercream.
It is.
Yeah.
You said it. I was kind of giggling to myself. Buttercream.
Right.
I used to make cakes for a living. Buttercream. And yeah, damn it, I got buttercream on it. Son of a mother.
It's nice.
But yeah, I mean, Ashton makes it. I mean, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. So
Dave, is there sound going on?
hope so.
Yes. So we live, right?
Yeah, because people are saying there's no sound.
Uh-oh. No bueno. You guys muted?
Nope. No, we're good. I can see it. I can see the audio. Well, the bandwidth sucks though, so that might be it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is this my drink or is this your drink? Because I don't mind
My
drinking
drink's
your
right
drink.
there.
This is.
Are we getting right into this?
Mm-hmm.
I was hope so.
Talia, tell us what we're drinking here. Because I'm ready, and I had a little sip before the show.
How can you not?
Which is a little sacrilege,
Nah.
but I couldn't help myself.
Please.
God damn, this is so good. Please tell us what we're having.
Yes. Okay. Turn the bottle the wrong way. This is the way I wanted to turn it. Okay.
There you go.
So this is the latest in the Rabbit Hole line. We've tried some other of the Rabbit Holes before. The high rye, the straight rye, the 4-grain.
Yeah.
So this is a sherry cask finish bourbon. And you can really tell, you can even see in the color, but you can really tell that kind of like stony fruit, almost that finish like you get from an Irish.
Yeah.
Where it's like sweet, but not that sugary sweetness.
Yep.
And that's why, I mean, you guys know I'm an Irish whiskey girl. So that's why this one is my personal favorite, because I love that finish from the sherry cask. It is just so smooth.
Man, that's something like,
Otherworldly.
man, it's so hard. Like, I mean, it's just so good. I mean, you can have that with with the steak, with the prime rib, but also you can have some chocolate cake with that and be dandy.
Baby, you can have chocolate cake with anything.
That's true. I usually do. But I'm just saying, oh my God, it's just
Okay.
it's just so damn good. Dave, we good over there, brother? What's going on? You all right? Uh-oh. I think we're having some technical difficulties at this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen. Please bear with us.
And that's not just blowing smoke.
Usually, yes.
Yeah. See, you just got to roll with the punches. You just
If
gotta,
we have,
you just got to roll with
you know what we should have? We should, you know those, when they cut the commercial or they have technical difficulties and they have like that
The
picture.
cat or something.
The cat, we should have Danny, like, just his head just smoking with a pipe or a cigar. We'll be right back.
Little
Stay
jingle
tuned.
in the background.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
just
my
not
goodness.
just blowing smoke. Something.
Oh, my gosh. So, let's see. Talia, what have you been up to since you've been on the show last?
Finishing up our little power period goal. So just crazy work trying to hit our. They give us every 2 months now to hit the numbers. You know, they don't want us wait until the last month of the year anymore, so they split it all up. So it's like,
boy.
I have a feeling you're probably ahead of the game. Right
I'm
now.
good. I'm doing good. Yep.
I have that feeling that
Yeah.
she's like, 2 months, please.
Oh, come on.
Already did it in 2 weeks.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
I know you have. Look, get out of here.
That's why I'm in the 3rd week, and I'm like, I'm good now.
Yeah, man. You don't even have to do it. You don't have to go to work. You just call everything in from home.
Talia, how long you been doing this?
Ooh, 5 years now? Yeah.
Have you always been in like the liquor business, or
No, actually, I was in restaurants, but never with a bar. So I was always kitchen manager or line cook. I bounced around for a little bit between, like, I did car dealership, bank, graphic designer, photographer. I, like,
yep?
went a little crazy for a couple years, and then I found this, and I was like, yep, perfect. I'll stay here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so Rabbit Hole is one of the bourbons, obviously, that you represent. Mm-hmm. What are some of the other Rabbit Holes in the lineup there?
So the 3 other ones are the High Gold, which you
Yep.
tried first. So that was that high rye bourbon that had that really high rye content. So it was like over 20%. And then there's the straight rye.
Right.
So that one's very spicy, but extremely smooth,
Yeah.
which I don't like. Like I said, I don't like ryes. So for me to like this rye whiskey is saying something. And then there's the Cave Hill. So that's the 4-grain. They have the honey malted barley. It's very
That's the
sweet.
sweetest one, yeah.
I love
It's
the
very
Cave Hill.
sweet. And Joe was saying that was your favorite or your second
No,
favorite?
no.
Second favorite,
This is
yeah.
by far my favorite.
the
That's hard to beat.
Derringer is
Out of
just
any
too
sherry
perfect.
cask bourbon, which I love, the Rabbit Hole is one of my favorites.
It's too good. And the best part about Rabbit Hole is that even though it's at that, 93, 95 proof for all 4 of them, because they don't chill filter like we had talked about, all that oil, all that fat is still in the bourbon. So it's so
That's
smooth.
what gives it that
So
creamy,
buttery,
that
yep.
creamy finish. Oh,
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it really
you gotta
does.
smoke
It
the
really
glass.
does complement the. It really does complement the cigar.
Yeah,
very,
this is
very
the
good.
perfect cigar for this.
Yep.
Nice.
Have you ever smoked a
Oh.
glass before like that,
Oh, my God.
Joe?
Many, many times. So
You guys got to smoke the glass because, I mean,
All
it
right.
is. It's even better.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
there's
yeah.
the way to, if you really want to infuse like whiskey or an old fashioned or Manhattan. You know, when
Yes.
people get smoked ones, you see a lot of places. You know, they just put the smoke on top. And it doesn't really give the smoke the flavor. So what I used to do when I was bartending, exactly what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
I would get a decanter, put whatever drink you're putting in there, fill it
Yeah.
up with smoke, and swish around. Really let that smoke get into the drink. So he's probably gonna taste it throughout the whole thing. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it is delicious. Don't smoke it. Don't
Gets
smoke
ya.
it, Danny.
Yep, it went there. It's really good, people. See what it did to my voice? My God.
My God.
My God.
Okay, Selma.
Oh,
No, it just adds a whole
It's a-
caramely creaminess to
it's
that.
another level to that thing. It is
Yeah.
so crazy.
I'm always amazed how much it actually affects the flavor of the
Yeah.
bourbon.
It
Like,
really got it.
I mean,
It's-
by itself, you get that really deep, rich sweetness that's in there, and then when you're smoking it, you get more of a caramel.
so probably from
caramel?
those twice charred barrels, you know, so
Yeah.
you're getting that
Yeah.
sugar from the wood.
Damn.
The whole pairing itself, 'cause the cigar really opens up your whole palate to
Yeah.
every flavor, and you're getting everything from it. It's nice.
I was surprised. I mean, this is probably the sweetest, smoothest, earthy, nutty
It's just
cigar
balanced, right? It's
that I've-
approachable to everybody.
yeah, that I've ever had, and I mean, it's like it's
Damn.
it's no other Connecticut that I've ever smoked, and it's just so damn good.
Yeah, it stands out. It really does.
Yeah, it's so good, Dave.
So, what made Ashton decide to do this? To add a Connecticut wrapper to this?
So obviously,
You know,
this is
obviously, the La Roma, the original line is one of their far off bestsellers.
Yeah.
And everybody buys them. It's
Yeah.
it's an everybody cigar. It's not like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's very approachable to anybody. Dave will tell you that
It's
that's
literally the first cigar every single day of my life.
yeah. All right.
The La Aroma, Cuba, Robusto. I smoke it. I'm not even lying.
It's a good everyday cigar.
Every
That
time
is.
first cigar
Too,
in
yeah.
the morning. That's
Yep.
my other.
You can smoke it at night after dinner too, and it's still
yeah,
does
it's
the
just
job.
it's a perfect all around cigar. I love it.
It's really good after a workout.
Doctors recommend that.
telling you, it's really good after a workout.
Dr. Nick's advice.
after a good
Absolutely.
leg day. I like me a La Roma de Cuba.
Robusto.
Good
And a
chest day.
Mensa. Yeah.
Good chest day.
Work out those
mean,
long.
Hell yeah. Good chest day. Roma de Cuba on the back deck
El
watching the
Jefe
sun
is
come up.
standard at our hook set store.
Yes.
That is
Oh yeah.
huge
Absolutely.
staple.
People love that 60 ring gauge.
It's damn good.
Well, I mean, for the price point,
The price
it's
is
like almost a
fantastic.
2-hour smoke.
Yes.
Yep.
It's great.
It's hard to find something for that price too.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah, more and more. There's not that many cigars under $10 that I could heartily recommend, especially at that size.
Yeah, that size specifically.
I
for
mean,
sure.
you can't. I mean, the only thing I would think the only thing in our walking downstairs that would have any competition would be Room 101 and Asylums
Yeah, JFR is.
and JFRs too. But I
JFRs
mean,
have some.
they're from the El Jefe, man.
yeah,
That-
with the flavor in the El Jefe. is
oh, I mean,
You
that's
just
why they
don't
call
put-
it the El Jefe, baby.
don't-
It's the boss.
El Jefe, baby.
Hey.
Boss. Yeah, but so La Roma obviously
Go
came
Jeff.
out that with this past summer. La Roma didn't have, this Connecticut. Ashton has his Ashton Classic. San Cristobal has the Elegancia, which is that light profile. So I feel like La Roma really wanted to bring something.
Kind of round.
Yeah, give a little bit of
Yeah.
options for everybody,
Yeah.
and this hits the spot.
Yeah, I mean, with this in the portfolio, it definitely checks off all the boxes
Yep.
for everybody. I
Yep.
mean,
And it's
you
nice.
got everything.
It comes in the same exact size as the original, so it's like you have to remember a whole new cigar.
Right,
All
right,
the
right.
sizes.
This is my favorite size in the Connecticut. I've had
Is
the,
it?
I've had the Robusto, the Immensa, and the Jefe. And the Immensa, I'm not a big ring gauge person either, but for some reason the Immensa really pops for me.
Yep.
This I like even more. I'm happy about it because I really wanted to like the Robusto, but the Immensa just gave me more flavor. But I I hope we bring in these Toros.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's very
mean-
sneaky that way.
Yeah, see how I did that?
Yeah,
We don't
yeah.
He
have.
brought it in for us to take.
Now I know how Kendra
Exactly.
feels when,
Talia comes up, yeah.
I was going to say, he's
That
stealing my
pressure.
tricks over here.
Yeah, I mean,
Dan, have a break.
see, now he's
already sell.
I know. Now he, he puts the
man.
screws to us because we're on live TV. Now he's like, now we gotta bring it in. Now we have to. So, it's like, oh yeah, I got another one.
You're welcome, world.
Yep.
Sorry,
Yep.
Kurt. Yeah.
No.
So another 10 box order right now.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Dan.
Well, while we're getting into the cigar, let me talk a little bit about what's coming up at Twins,
Yes.
and then we can talk to you, Joe, and figure out who the heck you are and
Sure.
how you ended up here.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's a story.
That's a
yeah,
good question.
it's a story and a half. So October 12th and 13th, we have events with Roma Craft, and Mike Gonzales is going to be here for those events, and that's the 12th in Hooksett from 4 to 7, and the 13th right here in Londonderry from 4 to 7, and at 6 o'clock at the Londonderry location, we got the bar, so we can do things that
The bar.
Hooksett can't. We're going to do a Roma Craft speakeasy for $20, and that's going to include a pairing with a Volstead cigar and a Old Forester 1920 pairing. There's also going to be Prohibition era finger foods and hors d'oeuvres.
Now, you said that on the
included.
last show. You
Yeah.
said that last Monday. I wanted to ask you about that, but we kind of kept rolling on with the pipe and everything else. What is 1920 or the what is the
Hors
finger
d'oeuvres?
food?
Bread.
Like what? Just like
Just bread.
like rations.
Believe it or not,
like
no, it's-
what are we doing here? What's going on, Danny?
believe it or not, there were a lot of sandwiches.
Yeah.
It was like little simple sandwiches.
Ah.
So I'm not sure
What, like the little
they've
pea
decided
sandwiches?
on, but like
Probably.
it's going to be little finger sandwiches and stuff. But the whole we got a whole recipe and things that are going to be put together just like they did in the 20s.
Like porridge.
that's not finger food. This
saying, that's from that era, right?
Not Goldilocks.
It could be thinking.
This
Okay.
one's just right.
There are no bears here. All right. Mike
Well,
Gonzales is going to be doing a presentation too on Roma Craft and of course the Intemperance line and Volstead but he's gonna really kind of tie it in with the whole temperance movement that happened in the 1920s and the whole play on words between the temperance movement and intemperance cigars and how he's kind of using that to build up awareness for cigar rights and just like the government was trying to push down liquor with prohibition, they're doing that with cigars and tobacco, and so the idea is it's time for an intemperance movement.
Yeah.
You know.
Shit. There's
And-
a lot they're trying to push down.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that's
start?
going on. And for people who do this speakeasy, they're also going to get a special discount on box purchases of Aroma Craft cigars. So again, that's the 12th and 13th of October. And then the very next day, the cat came back. The very next day, the 14th. The 14th, we're doing a pipe event, and it's called Pipetoberfest.
Is Talia going to be there?
No, Talia's not going to be there because
That's not right.
Pipetoberfest
Not
is
right.
about beer.
So?
Talia doesn't do
I
beer.
don't do beer.
She doesn't
Doesn't
do
do
beer.
beer.
So
No,
we've
no
got
beer.
Dan Leonard, who is the owner and founder of 603 Brewery right here in Londonderry. He's going to be here, and he has put together 5 different beer pairings with Briarworks pipe tobaccos. And for $25, you're going to get 5 beer pairings. And that will come
that's
with
horrible.
you can't drink beer without you can't drink beer without eating.
No.
So we've got 603's fresh soft pretzels and their beer cheese, and we've got charcuterie boards from their kitchen.
Talia woke
Now
up with
beer
cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah, beer
That's
cheese.
how
Oh yeah.
Danny, I
So
think I might
Talia-
have to work my day off on
Talia
it. I might
might
have to work
be
it.
Talia and Nick might be showing up. Okay.
I might have to work.
Yeah.
Just tell the wife, be like, yeah, honey, they're down a couple guys. Somebody went on vacation. One guy's sick. you know,
And
the managers
beer
can't make
cheese.
it.
You gotta get
I
in
gotta,
there.
I gotta do all day.
Quality
Nine
control.
I tell
9 to
people
9.
all the time. It's always
got a
the
9
second
to 9.
Saturday of the month. You can plan for these things. You can put them in your calendar.
It's
And
okay.
Kaz Walters is also going to be there from La DCG.
Wait,
There's
is
going
now
to be a little pipe show going on with,
is Kaz
Briarworks pipes,
is Kaz
Stavinelli pipes,
is
Peterson
Kaz
pipes.
is Kaz
Is Kaz.
Please answer him.
It's Kaz.
Kaz.
What is Kaz doing?
Is Kaz.
is Kaz dressing up? I heard he's dressing up.
He is dressing up.
Oh my lord!
What, like Halloween?
Yes. He's dressing up as Winifred.
You have to give me more than that.
From the Three Sisters and Hocus Pocus,
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
the one that
Bette Midler
old-
played.
Bette
Yeah,
Midler plays.
yes, I know, yes.
Yeah.
You just said Winifred.
Yeah,
Like,
just
If
the
you
name
go to
didn't
his, if
help
you
me.
go to Kaz Walters' Instagram page, you will find, if you scroll down, it's not all that far, but you will find him dressed up as Winifred.
Oh my god.
And he's coming dressed up. That might be worth coming out.
I'm
on a
gonna say
Saturday.
that's another
That and
sight.
beer cheese.
That's a sight
That
to
beer
see.
cheese,
Strong beer
you know. And we were having a special going on with the pipes, so that if you buy Briarworks tobacco, you can get discounts on the pipes. If you buy 2 tins, you can get 10% off. If you buy 3 tins, you can get 20% off of any pipe on the table that will be offered.
That's madness.
It is.
This
It's
is
totally
madness.
madness. But it's twins, and we excel at mad events.
Crazy events, like lose
Mad
your mind
Hatter
events.
crazy events.
Like we should
go down
probably
the rabbit hole of mad events. Like that.
like rabbit hole.
in there.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
we should
rabbit
probably
hole
be in a
wonder-
mental hospital crazy for doing the deals. Which pretty Kurt. I'm sure if Kurt had more hair on his head, he'd tear it out.
Sorry, he has a beard.
And then just a little preview here. We'll talk more about details as it gets closer. On October 20th, we have Rocky Patel coming to the store.
Rocky.
Again, Rocky Patel will be here, and we'll have a big event with that. And from now until then, buying Rocky Patel boxes gets you entered into the chance to go with Rocky and Kurt up to Lake Winnisquam to a house for an overnight party.
Oof.
Ooh yeah.
An overnight party, October 21st to the 22nd.
Assuming there'll be a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, I know, right? Just a little, just to kind of let you guys know that the 20th is Kurt's 60th birthday, so this is like
Oh.
a birthday weekend
Crazy.
thing. So if you've got Rocky Patel putting together
Spare
a
liver.
birthday bag for somebody, especially a friend of his like Kurt's, it's going to be freaking wild.
You know your liver grows back, right? You know if you cut it off, it does grow back. Not all of it, obviously, but I mean, like if you damage it.
And
or
the reason
something
that you brought this up was
Alcohol
Alcohol.
consumption.
Is that real?
Yes.
Really?
Yep. Look it up. Yep.
Oh my! Now that's
Hey,
not.
Nick.
And let's not encourage people to go out and drink if they need to lose half.
I'm not
their liver.
condoning
It's
any-
gonna
It's
be-
fine.
I'm not
Getting it
condoning
back.
any illegal activity or crazy drinking or drinking and driving. I don't condone that stuff.
We
You
learned
do it in
on
a safe place.
Wikipedia.
You come here to Twins. You can sit down at the
Do
bar.
as
you
I
can
Have some
say.
rabbit
Don't do as I
have some
do.
rabbit hole. And if you're lucky enough, you can get to be on not just blowing smoke.
Yep.
If you're lucky.
That's it.
You can trade in 3,000 VIP points too and get on. the
You
Notch
could
Club.
do that. Yes, you can.
You could.
Absolutely.
You could.
I thought it was
So
5,000.
that's kind of what's coming up. That's kind of what's going on at Twins. That's a lot. We got a lot of stuff
fall.
going on. Yep.
Towards the end of the year, usually Twins is geared up. I mean, we usually have from October to December. I mean, it's crazy. And then when we get into December, it's like every week. Plus with all the Christmas stuff and everything,
Yeah.
all the packs that we get ready for. I mean, it's and
I
then
mean, it's the perfect place for it.
oh
You
yeah,
guys have
Yep.
the indoor, you have the patio outside. Like,
Yep.
it's-
Yep. We can do
to
everything
beat.
all year round.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. So, Joe, what? You just became the Ashton. What were you doing before this?
Before that, so last 3 years, I was manager at a high-end whiskey and cigar bar in Charlotte, North Carolina.
In Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yep.
My
Yep.
lord.
A little bit nicer
And
weather.
what?
Yes.
Just a little.
Did you grow up in that area?
No, not at all. So I grew up in a small town in between Rochester and Syracuse, New York.
So you grew up in New York.
So I'm used to the snow. I'm ready for it this year.
Okay, you're ready for the snow, yeah.
Yeah.
What brought you down to North Carolina?
So the first time I went down there, I was playing soccer in college, a little bit right outside of Charlotte. That's where I really fell in love with North Carolina. I have some family members down there.
Charlotte's nice.
After
yeah.
living there, I was like, okay, this is a place I want to come back. And then I was up in upstate New York, and then, COVID happened. Jobs were tough. Everything was just tough. So I was like, let me go visit some family. Stayed down there for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Okay, I move it down here.
A week turned into years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then the cigar bar opened up basically as I was looking for a job down there.
Wow.
So I started as a bartender, then moved my way up to management pretty quick. And,
Wow.
yeah, I loved it. Loved every bit of it.
So what kind of establishment was that? Was it more bar with a few cigars, or was it like equal of both, or was it a little bit of bar with a lot of cigars?
Yeah, so it was fairly equal. The humidor was fantastic. There was 300, 400 facings, different cigars,
nice.
over 200 whiskeys. One of the best bar managers, in the state. Had amazing cocktails. The bartenders were great. So really high end stuff. And it was a membership bar. $25 would get 2 people in for the day. $250 would get you a membership for the year. And then there's locker memberships. $2,000 for a locker would get you access to the private lounge.
Wow.
A little bit of exclusivity,
Yep.
paying for. And
Yep.
Obviously perks with that, but
Of course.
yeah, really high end spot, really nice. People are great. I'm sure you have the same here. You have the regulars.
Yeah.
Those are the
yeah.
those are the people that make it.
We've got regulars.
Those are the people that make it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They're all sitting at
they're
the
right
bar.
over there.
They're all
right over there. We know them all by name.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
The best though. You need
Oh, we
that.
love them. Yep.
Well, yeah, those are the guys that make Twins run. Like, yes, we do. We work here and we manage it and everything, but I mean, the customers is what keeps the gears running in this place.
100%.
And we're fortunate. We've
Absolutely.
got great regulars.
Absolutely.
All joking aside, it's fun to see everybody come back day after day.
Yeah. Well, you get into
relationships with people.
Exactly. You get in a certain relationship with them, and it's just like, oh, how you doing? Oh, how's this? How's that? And then you see people coming in hurt, and you got leg braces on, and they're in a sling, and you're like, come on, man. Nothing against those guys. I love them. But, I mean, like, you get to that point in the relationship, and you're seeing them every day, and you care for them. You're like, you don't want to see them hurt. You want to see them come in. You want to see them having a good time here. So, that, for me, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
When you see when you see the customers come in like that, and you're like, damn, man, come on. You really feel for them because you get that connection. Because you see them every day at the same time or around the same time. So, it's you get that connection with everybody.
I like that you said that because I've been in the bar life most of my adult life from 18, 19 to right now before this, and you don't get that with any other kind of bar.
No.
Cigar bars there's nothing like a cigar bar. That's why I fell in love with cigars, and I was in the bar industry. I like to make relationships, entertain people, and bar's good for that. But there was always a line where that stopped, and
Mm-hmm.
cigars is like that next entry to
It's the next level.
really knowing someone, talking to them, and you actually care.
Yeah.
Bar was just more come and go. It's quick, and cigars you got to sit down, talk to someone.
You
It's more laid
you
back,
drink, and you get
lounging,
plastered.
hanging out. Well, how many Fridays have I come in? I'm like, I'm just stopping by. Like 3 hours later, I'm like, crap, I didn't do any work today.
But it's like,
You're welcome.
Yep, just hanging with everybody
yet
at
at
the
the same
bar.
time, people come, to a cigar bar to enjoy usually a pairing with what they're smoking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people are not coming to get
Drunk,
drunk.
messed up,
They're
party.
not coming to get hammered. They're coming to have a good time, coming to have
To relax.
and so you're here for 2 or 3 hours, but because you're talking and because you're hanging out with people and smoking, it's you end up having a really great time. And with a few exceptions, most people drive themselves home. And the ones that don't, we make sure that they don't.
That's
So,
correct.
Yep.
Well, it's definitely out of all the bars. I mean, I go to so many bars every day, and this cigar bars are the only place where it's like, obviously all bars are social, but this is more of like an intimate social,
Yeah.
where you're not just getting drunk and talking to somebody because you're both drunk and you got nothing better to do. Like, you're
Right.
just, you talk to people because you want to talk to people. You watch a game, you sit for hours.
Yeah.
It's not just downtown where you're doing one here, one here, one here, you know?
Yeah, you're sitting next to that one person longer.
For a long, yeah.
And then you start, oh, what are you smoking? Oh, I'm smoking this. Oh, you got a pipe? I got a pipe too. Oh, what are you drinking? Oh, you should try this with that. You should go downstairs and go talk to Danny or Mark or Bobby or me or Dave. Oh, go talk to them. Ask them about this cigar or this one. And then it just starts rolling after that. Oh, what do you do for a job? Oh, I do this and this. Oh yeah, how many kids you got? Oh, I got 2 kids. Oh man, I don't got
How
no
many
kids.
kids you got?
Yeah, I don't got no kids, but I got dogs. And, you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
starts rolling, and
Yep,
you get
it's easy.
It's very easy, and the common thing that I tell everybody I love about cigar bars or just smoking cigars with people is the common trait is the cigar that gets you in. It doesn't matter if you're, live in the Hamptons and I live downtown Lawrence or whatever.
It's a great equalizer.
It's a great equalizer. It's just it gets you in because you're on that common level. When you're here, everybody's the same. It doesn't matter if you're smoking a Davidoff or from the $6 bin. Everybody is the same here. Nobody is different. Everybody is equal. You walk through that door. Everybody has that one goal. It's to sit here and enjoy a cigar and a drink. Bam, right there. That's a
Rarely
great
will
equalizer.
you'll never see someone leave a cigar bar in a worse mood than they came in.
Nope.
That's if they do, they did something.
They did something wrong. Yeah.
That's on them. But
It's user error.
Yeah, big
I
time.
took a bad phone call from the wife or something.
True. True.
but no. So I was saying for my bar, you touched on it.
Yeah.
It's like the only kind of place where you have a CEO of a company, you'll have a college student, you'll have a janitor, you'll have a professional athlete at the same table, and no one cares, no one's judging anyone, no one's above anybody. We're just here.
Sharing stories and loving it.
I think one of the big reasons for that, at least for someone my age, I'm 27, so it's a weird generation, but
I know.
I'm an old 27.
11 years older than this man right here. Holy
I'm
Jesus.
6 years older.
I'm like
Still
I'm like
orange
a lot over.
And he's like 30 years old.
But I'll say the biggest reason is
He
the,
could be
the
my
phones. When you have a cigar in your hand, it's taking up your hand, and you're not on your phone, so you got to talk to someone.
Right.
You want to talk to someone.
Yeah.
So every other bar you go to, everyone's just on their
Oh,
phone.
it's brutal.
It's hard to have real conversations with people nowadays.
Yeah.
Half the
cigar
time, even the
bars
person
feels
you're
like-
with.
Yeah.
I know.
Cigar bars are the place you can always go, and you're going to have good conversations.
Yep.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
It's nice.
Oh, yes.
All right, so you're there. You're at this great cigar bar in North Carolina. You're managing. You're at the top of the game there. Now you're living in Nashua, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
What happened to my dream?
No, it has not. No, it has not.
Said no one ever.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like I said, I really fell in love with cigars
Yeah.
a lot. Quickly, and you learn quick. The more you're into it, you learn quick. Same with whiskey, wine, anything you're really into, you're going to learn quick. And it was the relationship side of things that I really loved. I wanted to learn more about cigars in the industry and the business. And, I was like, well, I would love to be a rep someday. Like, back in my head, I don't know if that would have happened. I've only been here for a little bit, but opportunity came and I said, well, I'm closer to home to my family in New York, so that would be great if I could get this. And also, Ashton's one of the better companies you could possibly work for cigars.
Yeah.
For a rep. So everything just lined up perfectly. Timing was great.
But were you looking, or did they reach out to you? How did you find out about that? I mean, you're not in New England. You're in freaking North Carolina.
Yeah.
You
No,
want
I
to
was
come up to
looking.
New England and be a rep for Ashton? I mean, how did that happen?
And I was looking for a change, something different. I was like I said, I was in the bar life, and it wears on you. The management.
You were
just
ready.
wears
You were
on-
ready. You were looking for something.
Sure, exactly.
Okay.
And
All right.
I wanted to learn more. I'm okay with adapting and moving, and maybe we'll move from Nashua next year when my lease is up. But
It's
we're
coming
looking.
up. It's
We're
coming
looking.
up.
Nashua's good
Very-
location wise. Nashua's not terrible, but
No, it's not. It's not.
it's okay. But yeah, so that's where I am now, and like I said, I'm 5 hours from home, so I can go home on weekends. I have weekends off, which that doesn't happen in the bar industry.
No.
Weekends off is
What's
so
that?
nice.
What's that?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's the first time in my life.
Yeah.
They don't know what that is.
It's like
I
a whole
had
new life.
I had that for a few months, and now it's gone. Oh my gosh!
So, yeah, I'm telling you, when I got this job, I was like, wait, I don't have to work Saturdays.
Or just 2 days off in a row.
Yeah,
Like, this is the
I
first time I've
still
had that. That's crazy. It's nice.
Not working like 14-hour days.
that's crazy. So now you've seen Twins, and how do you think Twins holds its own to other
Oh, yeah.
high-end cigar bars and stuff like that?
Yeah, so it was completely different vibes.
Yes.
Like, from the outside, people think, oh, like that, people might judge it. But at the end of the day, like I said, the regulars, the people, it's all about how people feel. And if you can provide that, which is something you can't pay for, you can't provide that experience and that vibe.
Yep.
And this place provides that. That's its own category,
Kurt's way of his vibe was to create a place where there wasn't a VIP thing, where you weren't paying to get in. And he didn't want lockers. He didn't want the responsibility of watching somebody else's stuff.
It's a lot.
But and there's no going around and checking to make sure you got your cigar from here. You better get your cigar from here, because that you don't go buy a Big Mac at McDonald's and go sit at Burger King because you like their lounge better.
I wonder what would happen if you did
But
that.
but
I kicked
no,
people
we
out
never.
of my restaurant.
In
Walked in with a D'Angelo's
no
bag
other
and get
industry
out.
does that happen.
nothing.
In no other
Yeah.
industry do people try and do that and bring stuff from another place. That said, we don't check. There's no cutting fees. There's nothing like that. But this is a place where, if you're a college student, like you were saying, or a
Anyone
blue
can be
collar
there.
worker, you're going to feel like, hey, this is awesome. And if you are, a successful person, or and well off, you own your own company or whatever, you're going to come in and like, this is a great place. They got everything that I want, and everybody feels comfortable here.
Yeah.
Everybody feels.
If you can
special
create
here.
that, like I said,
And
you can't pay for
that's
that.
awesome. And his selection of bourbons and scotches and tequilas is second to none. I haven't seen any place in New Hampshire that has this selection.
It's
this
tough.
place
We were
does.
talking about this last week. It's tough for me to go somewhere, even to go out to eat. It's tough to be like, look at the bar and try to pick something from there, and it's like, it's like cringeworthy.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to seeing the selection up here and being like, already know when I walk into work after, if I wanted a drink, I already know what I'm getting. Belvini, Blue Label, Scotch, Art Bag,
Big shot.
Talisker,
Yeah.
something like that. I love my single malts and peated scotches.
hard.
But I mean, you can't get that anywhere. I mean, you got to go to really high-end places to even get close to what we have. And it's tough, and it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to phone Talia and be like, yo, where you at? Because I need a drink,
I need something.
something, man.
Tell me where to
I
go.
need 911 Talia
Yep.
over here, man. For real, man.
Oh my goodness.
Something like that.
Seriously.
Hit her on the beeper and
Hey, come on
911.
now. You got my number.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, Kurt did, and on the staff, Kurt, all you guys did a fantastic job with this place.
Appreciate it.
It's
Thank you.
nice because I'm not too far away from here either, so
No.
it's nice to have this close by, a fantastic lounge like this. So, and I even knew about this place before the Ashton job were coming up here, so you guys are doing a good thing.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
sure.
So now, how do you like living in New England?
I do enjoy it. The summer was amazing.
Talk to me in a few months.
I'm from Rochester, New York, man. It doesn't get worse.
Hey, yeah. I mean,
It doesn't get worse.
he's used to it, I'm sure. He's
Yeah,
used
it's,
to it.
We'll see.
It's
I'm
cold.
sure
Right.
he's used to it.
Gets cold. The only thing that I don't like about New England is the. I was gonna go as far as saying that the hot weather leaves, but I mean, I've been here all my life. I mean, just it's a crapshoot. Like the past 5 years has been a crapshoot for the summer. I mean,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
summer,
It's the most rain
last
I've ever
summer,
seen.
So
The best
much
year we
rain.
had was COVID. 2020 was the weather year of
Yeah,
the,
it
of
was
the
beautiful.
champion.
It was.
You know, it was the most beautiful thing, and nobody wanted to do anything.
Well,
I did.
COVID, everything
Nobody
was
could.
closed.
it was COVID, man. Everything was closed.
It's their problem.
You couldn't go to the beach. You couldn't go to the mall. You couldn't do
It was
anything.
great because you went outside and the air was clean because nobody was
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good
I didn't
point.
mind that time off. It was kind of a nice reset.
We worked.
Did you?
We worked. Me and
Yeah, we
it
never
was,
closed.
Yeah, we never closed.
Oh, yeah.
Me, Danny, at the time was Paul, was Zeke
Yeah.
at the time, and we were doing
Curbside
my God, it was
service.
curbside.
It was
It
like
was almost
fast
to the point.
food cigars.
Yeah,
you know?
it was almost to the point where we were almost going to open one of the windows. Well, at the time, the windows didn't open at the time,
Yeah.
but we were going to try to get one of the windows open just to do drive-through.
Yeah.
Just to have people just come up, just give it to them. They're already paid over the phone, and that's it because most of the people paid over the phone at the
Yep.
time. And we were just running. They
There
were
were
running it
so
up.
many
Good for you
benefits
guys.
that you never had to count cash anymore.
No.
You didn't have to deal with customers
There
hanging
you go.
around the humidor for 25, 30, 40, 45 minutes looking at everything like they're in some, the Louvre or whatever.
Well, to some people, it is the Louvre. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, did you
to-
see that? Oh.
yeah.
Do you
Oh
need
my
any
gosh,
help?
so many
No, I
cigars.
just want to look.
Yeah.
You've seen those people at the liquor store too. They just hang around for hours and hours and hours.
Well, I mean, you got
and
to.
then they leave with the same bottle
That
that
they
they
were
get-
gonna-
they
yeah,
get.
that
and
they're-
it's the same thing here. They'll leave it as so we didn't have to deal with that anymore. And it was like, oh, this is really maybe we.
But you
shouldn't
can't
open
tell
up
me.
again.
You can't tell me, Danny, that you didn't miss it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
After a couple of weeks of that, I missed the interaction with people,
Mm-hmm.
talking to people, knowing what they wanted, something different, what they usually get, and they wanted to try something new. Suggestions for me, I'm a big people person. I love to
Really?
talk and interact. Yeah, really. But yeah, I missed that after like a week of doing drive-through. I was like, oh god,
Listen, that's
when are
the
the people gonna come back?
Yeah.
I missed it after a day of being in the attic ripping out the old HVAC.
Yeah,
man.
that sucked. It was necessary. It was necessary. We needed to do that.
Yes.
The worst
Definitely.
part of the whole thing for me was that they shut down the day before St. Patrick's Day.
That they
I
did.
spent
That's
two.
right.
I sell
I
Jameson.
remember I was at the bar, and they were like, at 5 o'clock you have to close. We could
Yeah.
work half the day. It was the weirdest thing ever.
So we get a call from the boss man. I just spent 2.5 months prepping for St. Patrick's Day. Had everything lined up. We get a call 6 o'clock. Yep. So he decided to shut down. So I guess no working tomorrow.
Oh,
We were like, "Are you kidding me right
I
now?"
remember that.
All my bar owners sitting on cases upon cases
Yeah.
of Jameson.
I worked at
The
an Irish
benefit-
bar at the
month.
time, so like we were
benefit is
ready to
it's
go.
stocked
Yeah.
up
Oh,
and-
now I
oh.
have to drink all this?
Oh
Yeah,
my
what a
God!
shame.
Yeah, let's just say the Jameson numbers looked real rough at the end of that year. Nobody was buying anything for months and months.
Yeah, and then all the shortages and shipping and
Yep.
glass
Yep.
shortages.
Oh my
is-
God!
I
Such
remember
a nightmare.
after COVID, we couldn't get Jack Daniels for a couple months.
Mhm.
Really?
Jack
Because
Because
Daniels
they
was
had
a
glass
problem.
shortage and
Yep,
everything was
Glenlivet
tough.
was a problem.
Yeah.
oh my
And then the
god.
liqueurs and everything was
Oh my
way
God!
worse. Way worse. But
Yeah.
glad we're through that.
Yeah, finding toilet paper, cleaning
What
up.
was the deal with toilet
I
paper?
don't know.
COVID had
People are
nothing to do
insane.
with needing toilet
People are
paper.
No, people would go
insane.
in and buy like 5 lifetimes worth of toilet
I
paper.
have
Toilet
a
paper
I
and
know
paper
that
towels.
they did, but why did they do it? I mean, it wasn't like COVID gave you the
I
run.
remember watching a guy,
So they never had
a
to leave the
science guy
house.
that I watch on YouTube, and he like, I saw this person check out with like 12 of the 24 packs of toilet paper, and he calculated it. If they had like a family of 5, they could, if they used like 4 sheets a day, or 4 sheets, like how many times you go to the bathroom a day, like 2 or 3 times, and he calculated out that they would have enough toilet paper until they were in their 80s.
Those guys ruined it for me. I
Nobody-
paid
he
$72.
obviously, he obviously
Nobody
doesn't know
uses
how my
4
daughters
sheets.
use the toilet
Four
paper.
sheets kind of sketchy.
4 sheets, Dave.
I get yelled at all the time.
My goodness. Who uses 4 sheets?
Dave.
Do you? You use 4 sheets.
That's it. Okay, we're moving on.
We're moving on.
We're moving on.
You guys all have dirty that's all.
Yeah. I know a
And
lot about Dave.
that's a great segue for the 724 flashback. A weekly segment highlighting historical events brought to you by 724 Cigars. Smoke a piece of history.
Absolutely unequaled.
All right. September 25th, it turns out today, when this show's being recorded, September 25th, is a big day for celebrity birthdays.
Oh, whose birthday is it? Nicolas Cage?
First off, we have Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh.
Oh.
Her best movie, Entrapment with Sean Connery.
100%.
Sean.
Woo!
I liked her in The Mask of Zorro, too.
That movie
yeah.
rocks.
Like
I mean,
all
That
the
movie
T-Mobile
rocks.
commercials.
He was very vigorous. Very
Very
vigorous.
Such
That
a good
was,
movie.
she
I
was
mean-
so hot in that movie.
Anthony Hopkins was pretty good in that one, too. I mean,
Yep. Yeah, he
Jesus.
did
Yeah,
good. So
that's
she
true.
was born in 1969. She's 54 today.
Is she?
54, and
Damn.
still looks quite
And she's
good.
married to Michael Douglas, right? She's still married to Michael Douglas, right?
I believe so, but I'm not going to say that for
And
sure.
he's like in his 70s.
Yes,
right
he
now.
is. As a matter of fact,
Good
it's
for
also Michael Douglas's birthday.
They here. Are you
Yep.
serious?
Yep.
That's a hell of a party right
1944,
there.
He's
44.
79.
No way!
Wow.
79.
Huh?
They have the same birthday?
They have the
Same
same,
birthday. Yep.
That's
Yep.
a hell of a party
My
right
ex
there.
and I had the same birthday.
That's it's,
You think so?
I feel
it's
like
not
how
your
it's
birthday
stuck.
anymore.
Yeah,
That's
a good
your
point.
Not your
that's
birthday.
like-
that's their birthday.
So if you're a big birthday person, that's not a good thing. But
Damn.
On this day in 1968 was also Will Smith's birthday.
Really?
Did see
Will
Jada
Smith's
Pinkett post
birthday.
that.
Big Will Smith.
And in 1961,
Get your
she's
birthday out of
now
his mouth.
62. The
That was a
70,
good one, bro. That was
the
a good one.
80s
Write that
hottie
down.
Heather Locklear was.
Oh, my other crush.
Did
There
any
we
of
go.
you have the poster hanging in your room, Heather Locklear?
Who did
I
it?
did growing up.
Who did
I
it?
did.
I had Farrah
And,
Fawcett.
Wait, how
sorry,
old is
not
she now?
sorry.
Lita
She
Ford.
is 62. She was
Good for her.
Yep.
That might have been
62
just out
years
of my,
old.
my
And
my range.
also,
Your range?
also today, see what I mean? This is a big day for celebrities. Mark Hamill.
Wow,
What?
yeah.
Mark
Skywalker.
Hamill,
The
1951.
voice of the Joker.
1951.
Yeah.
Yeah.
72 years old.
Oh wow.
Really?
72 today.
Love you, Mark. You're the
Damn.
best, man.
Wow.
Yep. So we
for
got
them.
some exciting stuff. I mean, I couldn't believe all the birthdays.
That's
And
awesome.
those are all people I'd
Big
love
people.
to meet or have a
Stock.
cigar with or something. Stock.
Stock
Yeah.
for like a day.
I'd still sit with Catherine Zeta-Jones. That would be freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. So what's our final thoughts here on the La Aroma
Yeah.
de Cuba, Connecticut?
all the way through. How do you guys like it?
I mean, surprisingly delicious.
Yeah.
Definitely getting that buttercream finish.
Oh yeah. All the way through.
Oh,
Didn't change.
so good.
Smooth, creamy, earthy, nutty, and the finish was remarkable.
Yeah.
If I smoked this much without having any alcohol with it, that's saying something. Because
There
I
you go.
never smoke cigars without drinking, so
Yeah.
I like
drop.
this a lot.
If you had to pick anything to pair it with, what would you do? Anything.
Other than this rabbit hole,
Sure, because this is a perfect pairing right now.
I'd
Contradiction
probably
bourbon. Smooth Ambler. Yep.
I would go. There's
be a
a.
good
I don't
one.
know if it's a
These
new
sweets.
bourbon, but I bought it last week. No, I bought it a few days ago. I'm already done it.
Why am I not surprised?
You shouldn't be. It's called Ammunition Bourbon, and it is finished in Cabernet casks. Holy
Yep.
mother of Jesus!
Yep.
I mean, you can drink it like water. Trust me.
Cabernet cask.
I
Basil
love
Hayden
all
has
these
a
barrel
Cabernet.
finishes
Yes.
that they're playing with. I love it.
Yep.
The
Barrel
cognac,
bourbon. You know
the
barrel
cognac.
bourbon.
I have not had that.
They're doing insane finish rum casks.
Yep.
All types of casks. Almost every bourbon they come out with is different.
That what was it? That was it Avalon Resposado? I'm gonna put you.
Avion?
Avion.
The
Avion.
Avion?
Avalon.
What do you?
Close.
You still
That's
in
from
King
the
Arthur.
Zohan.
I mean,
You got,
come on.
you got the first couple letters.
Avalon.
Avalon.
Merlin.
That's from the Zohan.
Yes.
Well, that.
I love me some Merlin.
Who doesn't? Merlin was the man.
Oh my goodness.
He knew
yeah,
magic.
great, awesome cigar. So
Very nice.
at this point, we're going to switch over. I don't know how many people know or not, but Ashton also makes pipe tobaccos.
Surprise.
And you are the first rep that I've had, and you're like number 3
Okay.
that I've lived through, in my time with cigars back in New England. And you're the first one that's actually, agreed to bring in some Ashton pipe tobacco.
Yeah.
And so, what do we got? We got the Consummate Gentleman.
Yes.
Consummating the
And this is a English mixture that Ashton makes. And from the tin, it says, a proper English mixture composed of only the finest Virginia, Maryland, and Burley tobaccos with a pinch of Latakia. The result is a remarkable blend that is medium-bodied and traditionally English in character. And it's manufactured for Ashton by Collace & Kopp, which is a very famous and well-known group over in Denmark. And English blend, obviously. There's no flavoring on this. It's a ribbon-cut tobacco. And it's a very nice kind of all-day English. And for those of you watching, we have another first on the show tonight. This is Joe's first time smoking a pipe.
Dun, 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 dun.
We are going to be teaching him how to smoke a pipe. We did a little pre-show packing with him.
Sure did. Little
and to
introduction.
help get him going and everything. And it looks like he's taking off. But I'm excited to know what he thinks about the tobacco and this new, to you anyway, and frankly new to me. This is my first time having the tobacco.
Oh my!
That Ashton produces this too, and it's a completely different flavor line than their cigars.
Mm-hmm.
Now, full disclosure, I am definitely an English guy, but I wouldn't imagine pair it with this Rabbit Hole.
Ooh.
Being so sweet and just so rich, I would think I would want to go with just something of a straight bourbon or a whiskey or, a peated scotch with the Latakia. But I had my last sip of the whiskey, and then I had a pull on my pipe, and Jesus, it was good.
That is nice.
Oh, the sweetness. It brings more sweetness out in this pipe tobacco.
Yeah, I
got
think
that
it's a good pairing.
Mesquite taste to it. That's the biggest thing I'm picking up is like a mesquite, like
A
barbecue
mesquite kind of sweetness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A mesquite, yeah.
smoky mesquite.
Mesquite.
I think this would go with almost any sherry cask finished
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
whiskey.
100%.
What do you think, Talia?
Well, you just said it.
Little mesquite.
It'll go good with any sherry cask whiskey. Oh my gosh, Dave, what are your first thoughts here?
Oh, man. This is so good, man.
Very
Wow.
smooth. It's definitely got some cream to it. It's got this nice mesquite and sweet biscuit.
Mesquite.
Biscuit.
Quistillos.
It should go nice with the Avion 44 too.
It would.
Do you like mezcal?
No, I
No?
don't.
If you
No,
did, this would be fantastic with mezcal.
it would be. Yeah,
Smoky.
I'm not a smoky. Like I don't like the peated scotches. I don't like the mezcals. I'm not a big smoky.
That's
in my
why she gave
drink
me the
kinda.
dirty look when I started saying peated scotch. She's like, wow.
There, I did. I gave you that
What?
stink eye.
She's like, what?
I heard Johnny Walker Blue, and I went.
On occasion, only if it's free. Only if it's free.
Good call.
If somebody opens a bottle and offers me a glass, I am not refusing Johnny
No,
Blue.
you can't.
I mean,
I would.
look, for Johnny Blue, you would. Sorry, young lady, if you haven't met me.
All right, I got a rabbit hole right here.
There's not much I don't turn down there.
I know this about you, honey.
I just
Yeah, that's
Yes.
This mine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine-
Where's
Oh,
yours
does that,
go?
who needs
Yeah,
a
mine-
refill?
mine's the empty glass.
Well,
Who needs
I
a
didn't see
refill?
her, so I was going, no.
But yeah, I mean, look, if somebody's opening up a bottle of blue, I'll have some. Now, will I go and buy a bottle of blue?
I should hope not.
No, I probably wouldn't.
Is that okay? You want my-
I would definitely do a Glenfiddich 12 over a bottle of blue any day of the week.
Glenmorangie 10.
Yeah,
Any of
man.
those.
Glenlivet 15.
Yeah.
The Balvenie 14 is.
I mean,
always
look,
have that at
the
home.
Glenfiddich 21 is a better buy all day, every day
Yep.
than a Johnny Blue.
I believe it's cheaper as well too.
It's like
Oh,
$20,
yeah.
$30 cheaper.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Thank you, Talia.
You're welcome.
Beyond Steak. Beyond Steak is fake steak for those who are watching. Don't eat Beyond Steak because it's fake steak. Go to your local butcher and support your local farmer
Yes.
because that is the
Absolutely.
best meat.
Mm-hmm.
Like Farmer Phil. Farmer Phil. I love you, Farmer Phil. If you're watching.
I'm a vegan because
No, you're not a vegan.
because
You're not a
because
vegan.
the cows
You're
that
not
I
a
eat
vegan.
are vegan.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
therefore-
They eat grass.
Yep.
You are eating grass.
So by default,
I'm a vegan.
and
Where are you
we are
grass?
smoking grass. Well, not grass.
Plants.
We're smoking plants. So we are all vegans by definition.
Basically a salad.
You're
Yep.
smoking a salad. Right, Danny?
Yep.
Smoking a salad.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
You know, Danny, I watched Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
I'm sorry.
That's the
Yeah,
newest one.
I am too. I am too.
I'm sorry.
It was
Oh,
it was
God.
it was a little painful to watch Harrison Ford at that age do another Indiana Jones. Like the last one with Shia LaBeouf was good. I mean, that they should have ended it. They should have been like, okay, he hung up his hat. That's it. It's over. Hang up the hat and the whip. It's done. But no, they had to push him out in the wheelchair. Say, go again.
I feel like they do that with movies too much now.
Oh, way too much.
Don't do it,
Do
man.
it to death.
I mean,
To
damn.
death.
I mean, I love Indiana Jones as much as the next guy.
Indiana Jones and the nap.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, the nap of destiny.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean,
Hey,
Like-
kid.
it was just watching. So in the first quarter of the movie, in the first part of the movie, they CG'd his face, a younger face, on another actor, and they were going through it. And immediately for me, because I've watched all the Indiana Joneses for the longest time, and I was like, wait, I'm like, he doesn't move like Indy. He doesn't hold the whip like Indy. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, and then they got into his later years where he doesn't do the CG and it's just him, and he's like moving really slow and it looks painful, and I'm like, oh, and it was just hard. It was hard to watch. Like some of the stuff was, I mean, like the essence of Indiana Jones, like the plot
That was
twist.
still there.
It was still there, and the whole, the archaeology stuff and everything like that. It was like the essence of that. All that was there, and I really enjoyed that because I'm kind of a little bit of a history buff and all that, and I love the history and everything, and finding all this stuff and everything. It grabbed me. But when you see the old Harrison Ford, you kind of feel bad because I know they kind of held the paycheck in front of him and been like, "Come on, let's do this one time,
You
one
do it
more
one more
time."
time.
And you're like, "Damn, he just took the bait."
Have you seen any of the Expendable movies?
I've
Yeah.
seen
Saw
them
the
all.
first
Have you seen
couple.
there's another one?
Yeah.
It made $8 million in its opening weekend.
I'm gonna
It did
watch
well.
I'm gonna watch it too.
I'm
I'm,
gonna love it.
a sucker for all those guys.
Well,
that
same
love-
with John Wick. Like, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, yeah.
I know, but
I'm
Keanu
gonna
Reeves
watch it.
is a mastermind when it comes to that. I mean, he overtrains, Brazilian jiu-jitsu and
Proper
Keto.
gun training.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
they-
went to training with Terran Tactical in Vegas. I mean, that's the guy that you need to go to if you want any gun training for any movie.
I watched
Everybody
an interview
knows.
with him, and he was like, I heard you're like you do action stunts, but not all of them. And they asked him to explain what that meant. He was like, well, basically, there's like gunfighting and gung fu and stuff like that. And then John Wick will get hit by a car, and that's when I step out. And the stump double comes in, and then he gets hit by the car, and then John Wick gets up. So then I get up and I start doing my stuff
Yeah.
again. So he's
Well,
like
who
that.
wants to get
I
hit
do
by a
all-
car?
I do everything
You know what I
else
mean?
except that.
Well, I mean, that's
Wasn't there another
relevant.
actor? Wasn't
So,
there
like
another
that-
actor who did that too? Like a lot of his own Stunts.
Jackie
The
Chan?
Jackie
Wow,
Chan,
Chan did all that.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Am I thinking of Tom
Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Tom Cruise does.
He
does
was
some
actually
stuff.
hanging off the side of the airplane.
Yes.
He was.
Which is
Yeah. They
insane.
had like a safety harness on him, but they edited it out. But he was like literally
Hanging
like,
on.
That's
Yeah,
funny
he
because
was
I just
on a
watched that
flying
movie and
plane.
I was like, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, he was really doing that.
That's too
I mean, he did the last one in where he drove the dirt bike over the cliff.
Yeah.
And he skydived. That was all him. I mean, yeah, Tom Cruise. I mean, he's done most of his. I mean, he did for Top Gun Maverick. He did. Well, I can't say he did all the flying. He did a lot of the flying because he has all the pilot's license. But yeah, I mean, even in Days of Thunder, remember that movie? Joe, do you remember that movie? I know you're a young guy.
Come on,
actually.
I'm cultured at least.
I mean, Days of Thunder.
seen
He did most of the driving in that.
Yep.
I mean, like that's crazy. I didn't believe it, and then I was watching an interview with Dale Earnhardt Jr. He was interviewing one of the guys that worked on Days of Thunder, and they're like, "Oh, did Tom Cruise really drive the NASCARs?" And he's like, "Yeah, he went to the training. He was. If he would have kept training, he would have been really, really good." And on one of the parts, they're like, "Oh yeah, well, most NASCARs they only turn left." And he's like, yeah, don't turn right. Don't try to turn right. And he's like, okay. And halfway through, he turned right and he hit the wall. So I was like, oh.
that quick, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, all right. I was like, all right, Tom Cruise is legit. So isn't Keanu Reeves. I mean, in the last John Wick, he did 90% of the stunt driving.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
That's wild.
I was like, all right, he's serious.
The movie had that last one had the most action out of all of them.
I mean, my
Yeah.
brain was
Fourth one, yeah.
exhausted halfway through trying to.
I think I watched it in like 2 parts.
Oh my god! I saw it in the movie, so I couldn't get up.
Okay.
I couldn't get up.
I did last time I went to the theaters. I saw Oppenheimer. Did you see that?
What did you
I haven't
think of
seen
that?
yet.
Wow. So like you were
Everybody
saying,
I've heard that's seen that, I haven't seen it, but everybody that says it does not feel like a 3.5 hour movie at all.
No. So I did see Avatar, and that was like over 3 hours. That felt
Yeah, that's
like
a long
that.
movie.
That was
Ugh.
insane. But Oppenheimer just flowed. There was so much information. A lot of people were saying so. Some people it was hard to keep up, but I thought it was easy. That was nice. The movie was amazing.
Oh
The
yeah.
acting was great. The directing was great. Obviously,
Yep.
that's gonna happen. But
Of course.
Okay.
Well, Christopher Nolan, of course.
so I have a question.
Yeah.
So now it's not really lighting. I tried lighting it. Do I clear it? Because it's almost it's
Are you
down.
almost done?
I think so. It is a small.
No, you got a little bit left in
Yeah.
there. Like that.
You might have to repack it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Light it.
Who know? I don't know.
That's true. He doesn't. Light it.
When you're
Mine-
drawing through
Light
it,
it
you
and
wanna-
pack it.
Mine's
When you're drawing
going down
through
there.
You want to feel like there's the same amount of pressure as like you're drinking water through a straw.
It's tighter.
You might have a plug.
It's plugged.
Mm.
No, I think it is plugged.
Take this end. Shove that in that hole. all the way through.
All the way. Okay.
All the way in, bud.
Don't be shy.
That a girl.
It'd be nice at first.
Don't be bashful
It'd be
now.
nice at first.
There you go. So once you put it all the way through, what a lot of times happens when you go down, when you start packing and you get lower to the
What kind of
bowl,
clog?
you'll end up pushing tobacco into the hole. So
Into the air.
Yep.
Into the
Instantly.
airway.
into the
Yep.
airway. Sorry.
So do I pack it first and then light it, or just?
No,
straight?
light it now.
Light it. There you
Better?
go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, much better. You can see the smoke. There you go. Oh yeah, he's fucking cooking with fire now, baby.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
You enjoying it?
I really am.
I mean, this is
Really
a
am.
really good English. Holy moly!
It's definitely an all-day English. It's not
Yeah.
too like
Oh, yeah.
Latakia, and you're like, whoa.
I mean, when you said earlier that it was an all-day English, I compared it to Dexter's Secret for 724.
Yeah.
Because that, for me, before I had that, I was, fucking, a lot of heavy Englishes, which are, that's a full-body smoke. You can't really smoke that all day. Well, you can. Some people do. But, I mean, for me, your palate gets shot.
Yeah.
But,
You know what this reminds me of?
well, can I speak? Can I?
No.
Come on,
I want to know
man.
what it reminds me of.
I need to finish the thought.
Well, hurry up. Don't
Well,
take
be
12 years.
patient. Jesus. I don't talk when you talk.
Still waiting.
Wow.
My goodness. Go ahead.
No,
I lost it. I'm drinking.
I'm drinking.
Where's my drink? I lost it.
If this was a little bit more creamier and a little bit more spicier, I feel like it would be, like if it was just up another notch, it would be Spark Plug.
Possibly, but then it wouldn't be Ashton.
Well, Spark Plug to me is like super high level amazingness. So I'm just saying this is like,
Well, you haven't had Quiet Nights yet, then, have you?
I've had Quiet Nights.
Spark Plug is good.
No, Spark Plug is excellent.
Quiet Nights is better.
For your palate, maybe. It's okay.
Should we go into the Esoterica Tabacchiana area? Should we go down that
No,
road?
let's not go there.
Should we go down that road?
No.
Because we can go there. Mm-hmm. And it'll blow everything out of the water.
Not really.
Yep. No? How dare you?
Oh boy. Well,
Let's continue.
It's time for another segue into another segment. Perfect time, okay? And if you've been listening to the show for more than a few weeks, you know that my friend Michelle Stiles has reconnected with us. She is a surfer and model who lives over in Hawaii and travels all over the place. And she is recently returned from a competition in New Zealand. And she was going to visit some smoke shops over there.
Yeah.
And kind of report back on things. Now, she was under the weather when she got back. She didn't have much of a voice. So her wife, Sarah, actually recorded the message in her words. So that's all we have tonight. And she actually is going to reference Ashton and everything and has a question for us at the end of it.
Easy there, killer.
Time of night he turns to one of those gremlins.
A little tickle in my
Who fed
throat.
Danny? Come on
Little
now.
It's
tickle.
almost past his
Little
bedtime.
tickle in my throat.
So, Dave, why don't you play the update from Michelle?
Here we go.
Guys and gals, first up, New Zealand. I did well there, finishing with a respectable second place. Not bad for cold water surfing from a warm water Hawaiian girl. While there, I did get to check my bucket list, visiting both black sand beaches I desire to see. The people of New Zealand have an entire generation who will not be able to enjoy Ashton products or any tobacco products as they move forward with a new law to banning tobacco products. So I wanted the skinny on this and visited 2 tobacco shops in Auckland. The first was Blaze and Chill, a quaint store which was not very big, but surprisingly had a decent selection of brands and products. No place to smoke inside, but knowledgeable staff who were friendly and helpful. The second was the Havana House, a much larger store with a great selection including tobacco, wines, and liquors. The staff were also friendly and knowledgeable. Seeing a number of patrons, I engaged in small talk about the new laws here in New Zealand, such as the government placing limits on people born after December 31st, 2009, from ever buying tobacco and tobacco-related products. What I found was many here are not happy with this move, and they believe more and more regulations
I wouldn't be
will
happy either.
come as this nanny state grows bolder in its attempt to become the first smoke-free country in the world. Remarkably, they are not banning vape. So according to New Zealand, it is better to put metals in your lungs than all-natural smoke. Anyway, the mood at the tobacco shops was still jovial despite these new laws and the looming threat of even more restrictive laws regarding tobacco products. We can only hope New Zealand wakes up before banning something that has brought people together for centuries. Okay, guys and gals, here is my topic. Pick any place in the world, any person living or dead, and any Ashton tobacco product you like. Where would you go? What product would you pick? And whom would you share it with? I would have Talia pick a drink she would match with your choice of product and destination for your additional pleasure.
God
So
damn.
I'll go
That's
first.
awesome.
I pick Ashton's Guilty Pleasures pipe tobacco and their pebble grain Canadian pipe. I choose to see my grandpa motto at his favorite place, Bear Butte, located in the sacred Black Hills, under the moonlight, sitting by a campfire. Because
Damn,
I have
that's
missed
deep.
him since his passing, and I love the smell of Guilty Pleasures tobacco. I believe my grandpa would love the taste as we sit and talk the night away. I wonder what Talia would suggest to pair with my choice.
And there you go.
Man, that was deep, man.
I don't have to start, do I?
I mean, like, that's deep. I almost cried on that one. Grandfather by the
It's
campfire?
an amazing story.
I'm like, come on, dude. Like, that was deep, man.
wow.
Yeah.
That,
Time.
like,
She put a lot of thought into
damn,
that.
that hit me in
Yeah.
the feelings, bro.
Yeah.
For real. I was like, yo. Because that brought me back to being with my grandfather, because my grandfather was in the Navy, so he loved being in the water. He loved being at the beach. So when I grew up, I was always at the beach with him. And I was always in the water, and I was always swimming and everything. So for that brought that back to me, and I was like, oh, girl, you're going to get me like that.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, so who's first?
Well, first I'll just say I think she should pair that with a nice. I would go maybe red breast 15.
Oh,
One of the
yeah.
best.
I think I'm going red breast 15.
Bravo.
for
There's
her.
nothing
One of the
wrong
best.
with red breast
Mm-hmm.
15.
Especially by the
I said-
Red
campfire.
breast,
Yeah,
yeah.
by the campfire. Again, the sherry cask. I'm just a sucker. It's on my mind. The whole, the history behind Red Breast with the grandfather and the stars. I think that would be a perfect combo. Perfect pairing for her.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you mine, because I want to give you guys a little time to think here. Mine would be one of Kurt's 2005 VSG Wizards,
Oh.
which is down in his humidor right now. In
Yeah.
the Kurt's Vault humidor, with my dad in my office
Yeah, man.
by the fire. That's what I would do. If we were going to get a little bit more whimsical, if you want me to pick somebody that's like, oh, you dad, come on, think of something else. You want me to do something else? Okay, then I would do Consummate Gentleman, because I like this a lot, with Eva Green
Oh, man.
right here in the 724 lounge.
Eva
I would love that. I would love to smoke a pipe
That's not
with
even
Eva Green.
fair.
Oh,
Not even
Badass.
fair.
Yep.
That's not even fair. No.
Those are both good picks.
Damn.
and I'll go wicked hokey and say that I would also do an Ashton ESG 23-year cigar with Michelle on one of her father-in-law's boats in Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Any of those
that's hard
three
to
would be
beat.
good. Any of those three would be good.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. Location. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
The top
Greece.
of the Acropolis. Okay.
Acropolis.
Sitting at the base of the Parthenon. All right. Sipping on. What would I do? Oh, it's tough. I'm thinking Avion 44 because tequila, the heat. I usually go more tequila in the heat. And famous 1964 version, or I guess not version, age of Clint Eastwood.
Oh. Wow.
And any cigar because it's Clint Eastwood, and I'm sure
Dirty
he's not
Harry
picky.
Clint Eastwood right there.
That
Prime
is
Clint
man with
Eastwood.
no.
Yeah.
Nope, that's the
Punk.
man with no name, Clint Eastwood. Right
Oh.
there. That's younger. That's
That's
westerns.
younger. It
That's
is. Yeah,
westerns.
man.
Early '60s.
Oh,
That's
man.
yeah, fistful of dollars. Clint Eastwood. Hit me with that.
Am I up?
Yes,
sir?
yes, sir, you are.
That was fast.
Or do you need time? Because
No,
I got one.
What's
got it.
Dan drinking?
Oh, what are you drinking?
What would I be drinking?
Oh, what
If
would
I were-
you
if
be
I-
drinking?
Yeah. What would I be drinking with a aged, very cedar forward, spicy cigar, aged cigar?
I wish I remembered the name of it. There's an Irish whiskey that's distilled in the Middleton Distillery in Ireland that you can only get in Ireland. That's a cedar cask finish.
Whoa.
And it's something, the name of it is so cool, and I, of course, forget. It's like something like Mad Dog, but not that. You know,
Okay.
something along those lines.
I had that.
So that with the cedar, yeah. That sort of name, but that is a cedar cask finished whiskey, and it's probably the most amazing thing, the most amazing whiskey I ever tasted. It was
Excellent.
phenomenal.
Okay.
All right, Dave, your turn.
I would smoke this pipe tobacco, and I would want to join two people. C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien, while they're talking about their notes of Narnia and Lord of the Rings.
My goodness.
That's
Now, would you talk over
Kind of.
them?
No,
or would you let them listen?
They would just listen.
I'm surprised you didn't do anything from Star Wars. No one from
Right?
Star
Mark
Wars.
Hamill or
George Lucas.
somebody, yeah. My goodness.
Well, they weren't pipe smokers. These guys were.
I
But if
see.
they
I
were-
see. I understand.
You know.
Interesting.
Oh,
And where would you be, Dave?
wherever they would be, over in England.
Could be a Waffle House.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
matter.
With a, in front of a fireplace. There you go.
Yeah.
New Zealand.
I wouldn't mind smoking a cigar or a pipe in Oxford.
Yeah.
I could hang with that.
The setting really does a lot for wherever you're smoking something. I remember when I was working at the cigar shop,
Yeah.
one guy came in and said, "What's the favorite cigar you've ever smoked?" I can't remember exactly what he said, but I remember it was a bad cigar. Like, it was not a good cigar. I was like, "Where were you when you smoked?" He's like, "Oh, I was on the beach in like Mexico." I was like,
That's a
"That's
good
why
cigar.
it's your favorite cigar, man, because your
Memories.
setting was amazing. You have great memories with it." Yeah, yeah, that has a big take on cigars too.
Nostalgia.
Nick?
Well, I would be smoking a pipe or a cigar. Maybe both.
Cigar in a pipe.
Why not? Probably a pipe. I'd probably be smoking.
Has to be an Ashton product.
Does it? Then it would be this, because this is delicious. No, you know what I'd be smoking? An ESG.
Yep.
I'd be smoking an ESG, and the person I'd be with would be General Patton. He would have some fucking stories.
Sure would.
And where would we be smoking? Somewhere in the field, man. Somewhere where he did battle.
Where
I
he
mean-
would actually smoke.
Huh?
Where he would actually smoke.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, he's probably going to be what? He was a 5-star general, 6-star general, something like that. 5-star general. But I mean, my God, the stories that just to be in that man's presence. I mean, the stories that I've heard of how disciplined he was, and the story of when he went into the barracks or the hospital or something like that, and somebody was hurt, and he slapped him and told him to get back out in the field
Yeah.
because there was other men that were going through worse, and the guy had like a broken hand or a broken finger or something like that, and he slapped him and he told him to get back out in the field. Like that's the guy right
Yeah, that's one of those conversations you wish you could.
it would
get
be,
that.
yeah. I mean, it would be. So there'd be two people. It would be General Patton or Winston Churchill.
There you go.
That's.
I mean, those two guys. I mean,
You bring them to Churchill. Be like, they named this
no,
after you.
I probably would. I'd be geeking out.
You missed so much.
Oh my God, look at this. But yeah, I'd probably be geeking out so bad. But I mean, if it was General Patton, it would be in the field where he fought. And if it was Winston Churchill, and this is on my bucket list, it would probably be in the shop that they have his chair in England, or that's something that I would love to do.
Nice.
So, and drink, if it was General Patton, it'd probably be bourbon or whiskey, of
Yeah.
course. And if it was Mr. Winston Churchill, probably be Scotch.
Leaning more towards cognac for him.
Would it be?
He had a cognac.
Just my
at, like,
immediate
4
Was
p.m.
he
every
was
day,
he
I
a
think.
cognac guy? Somebody's got to look that up. Was he
Yeah.
a cognac guy?
You know, he had cocktails set for every hour of the day.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
different ones.
so yeah.
What about you, Joe?
Okay,
I've given
So-
you a lot of time to think
yeah, a
about
lot of time.
this.
So I'd be on the beach in Puerto Rico. Okay, so half my family's from Puerto Rico. So with my uncle Speedy Gonzales, that's his name.
Nice.
Speedy. He was
Speedy.
Green Beret in Vietnam, Special Forces. He was, New York State senior detective for SWAT and state police. So
God damn.
love cigars. He's really the only one in my family that really enjoys cigars. And I would love to bond with him, just hear some stories, sit on the beach in Puerto Rico where he grew up.
We're in Puerto Rico.
Humacao.
Oh, all right.
So that's where they're
Humacao.
from. Yeah, that's where
Oh,
they're
my
from.
cow.
So I'd love to be
Arriba.
there.
My cow. It's
Yeah.
over there.
Exactly. So, I would probably be
Jesus.
smoking the ESG.
Yeah.
He likes Nicaraguan tobacco, though. So I might bring, some of the
Symmetry?
Aroma or Symmetry, because that has a little bit of Nicaraguan.
Maybe
Yeah.
Nicaraguan, brother.
It's a good call. But I'll probably bring some of the La Aroma or San Cristobal stuff
Yeah,
as well, too. But ESG is hard to beat. Drinks.
Ooh.
Now, we're in Puerto Rico, so we have to have Bacardi at some point.
Have you been to the factory?
No. I need to.
I've been going there for the last 18 years.
Good.
Are you surprised, Talia?
Not even a little.
Me and my wife have gone there so many times. We
"Oh,
met
hey,
when we
guys."
first started going. Well, when I first started going, when we first started dating, we met one of the tour guides. Now the tour guide is now the ambassador to Bacardi, and we see him there. His name is Christian. We see him there every time we go. But it's been that long that he's moved up the chain.
Okay.
But yes, he's
Good
a
for
great
that guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep, so a little bit of Bacardi to start the morning.
Of course.
Okay. We'll have a Medalla, which is a Puerto Rican Pilsner. So maybe the ESG will be good for that, or even the Ashton Classic. Okay, on the beach.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, Redbreast 27.
All right.
Which is my favorite whiskey that I've ever had. If you've
Red
ever
Breast 27.
gotten the
I have
chance to
never
try
had
it, it's a
Red Breast
insane.
27.
I
Can't
have
even
never
find it in
tasted
New
a
Hampshire.
whiskey that you taste like fruit at the end, like guava,
Really?
mango, papaya. Like it doesn't even make sense
No
how you taste this
crap.
exotic fruit at the end. It's so yeah. Throw a pina colada in there. That's my day.
Come on, you're in Puerto Rico. You
Come
gotta
on
have
now.
you gotta have a
You
mojito.
gotta-
Mojito, yeah.
You gotta have a mojito.
Bacardi. That
Bacardi.
could be in a mojito.
Yep.
It absolutely is a
Yeah.
mojito.
Yep. So yeah, that's my day.
That's a good day.
Everyone had some really good picks.
I didn't pick a celebrity. I'm sorry, but
No, that's
No,
all right. That's
She
that's
didn't
fine.
either. Michelle didn't either.
Michelle did.
Yep.
No, I mean you don't have to, but
No, we don't have to.
I mean I always like. For me, I've been in, like I said, the last couple of shows before. I was gonna go in the military, and then I kind of got conspiracy theory eyes or whatever. And I was like, I'm all set. And then I went into law enforcement, anyways. But but yeah, like that's
And
always
then into the
intrigued
tobacco
me.
business.
Yes.
It's a story
Segue.
itself.
Yeah. And, you know, the military and the history of the military, the Marines, the Navy SEALs, the Navy, all that, Merchant Marines, all that stuff. I mean, the whole thing about anything military, it has intrigued me. It's been really interesting to me, even though I've never been in it, but it's always interested me.
Have you had the Hooten and Young whiskey?
I have not.
It's made by Norm Hooten, who was
Go
Black
figure.
Hawk Down. Black Hawk Down. So,
It's hooting good.
yep. At the whiskey and cigar bar that I used to run, we had a military night. One of the owner's sons, he was, I believe, a ranger, and so he had his whole group come in.
Yeah.
And we had Norm Hooten cigars paired with Norm Hooten whiskey, and then we actually had Norm Hooten from Black Hawk Down do a Zoom call with those guys.
Wow.
While they were smoking cigars, drinking his whiskey, and
Damn.
all those guys said it was, like that was their hero before they were in the military. That's
Yeah.
who they looked up to. So that was awesome to see.
That's awesome.
That's a great
Cigars
thing.
and whiskey made that happen. You know,
There you go.
Yep.
Yep.
Another contribution.
So final thoughts on the consummate gentleman here?
It's disgusting. Yeah. No, it's really good. I mean, it's complex. It's smooth. It's creamy. It's an English,
Yes,
almost
it
without being an English. I mean, damn. It's damn good.
Yeah, it's very smooth, very creamy. It's got
Damn good.
it's got just enough of that mesquite to
Yeah.
make things really kind of interested, and at the same time, it's not so much of it that it burns out your palate.
No.
You know, so you really can repeat this and enjoy
Yeah.
it over and over. This is really really nice. I'm glad we finally have
me
some.
too.
Yeah,
Like I
it's up.
said, this is my first time, so this is great. This has been a lot. I
Now you
thoroughly
can
enjoyed
sell
this.
it because you know how it tastes.
Now
It
we
is.
smoked it. And,
Yep. You
Exactly.
can tell them firsthand how it tastes and
Yep. How
what
different it is to cigars.
Yeah.
It is different.
And Talia enjoyed it too. She
I
smoked it
did.
till it was gone.
I did.
You know.
Very good. How do you think the pairing was with the red breast? I mean, the rabbit hole.
red breast.
Oh, I'm still
And
thinking
now we're
thinking
thinking
about
about
the
the Irish.
27.
Now I'm gonna have to go to the bar. We can cut that out, right?
Yes. Just edit it.
How do you
No, that's
not
all right.
think
That's my
about
brand
Irish
too,
whiskey?
so I'm totally fine with that.
We're gonna have to go to take a trip to the bar.
To the bar.
To the bar.
Right over yonder.
How do you think the tobacco went with the rabbit hole?
imagine.
Was it as
heaven.
good with a cigar as it was with the pipe tobacco?
That's hard.
It's different. Two different dynamics there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the sweetness. The sweetness of the Rabbit Hole brought a good amount of sweetness out, more sweetness out in the cigar. With the pipe tobacco, it made it more creamier. It wasn't in a lot of English. You kind of get more of that. You taste a lot of the Latakia in there, but it brought more out of it brought the Virginias more out of it than it did anything else.
Yeah.
And it was just rolled right into your palate. Just
I
beautiful.
thought the whiskey accented the tobacco more. Like I tasted more of the tobacco with the whiskey.
Yeah.
And with the cigar, I tasted more of the whiskey.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, the
It's
one
perfect.
made the whiskey stand out. The other made the tobacco stand out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like the difference in that. It was nice.
Very good. Well, thank you both for being with us tonight. This was awesome. Some good
Absolutely.
talk, right? Some good
Oh, yeah.
conversation.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about.
Good smoking, good drinking.
Oh yeah.
What do you think? You think you might come back on the show here?
Oh, if you have me, absolutely.
You
If
think?
you're in the area,
think about
we'll
it.
have you.
I live 28 minutes away.
Yeah.
So
28
Yeah.
minutes.
It looks like he's gonna be on the next episode,
Yeah.
and not just blowing smoke.
yeah, this is great. I love this.
Oh, good. I'm glad you had a good time. All right, that is our show for tonight. We'll be back next week, next Monday at 8 o'clock. Don't be late. We'll see you then.
Stay smoky, my friends.
And that's not just blowing
Exit.
smoke.
You've been listening to Not Just Blowing Smoke, the podcast that brings the wealth of knowledge, expertise, and fun of Twins Smoke Shop, New England's premier smoke shop, right to you, wherever you are, whenever you want it. You can find us at our website, notjustblowingsmoke.com, and keep in touch with us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram at Not Just Blowing Smoke. Thanks for listening, everybody, and that is Not Just Blowing Smoke.
Rolling with the top down.